It is indeed a great pleasure for me to be here today in Rotterdam in this Cruise Week Europe conference. And I want to start by saying that I truly admire how this vibrant city blends modernity with clear reminders of Europe's rich maritime heritage, a history that has indeed shaped our continent, both in trade and in culture. And Europe's biggest and busiest port, the port of Rotterdam, which I have just enjoyed seeing from the seaside, is indeed very impressive. It is a crucial gateway to and from Europe and the perfect setting to discuss the future of the cruise industry, a sector with huge economic importance that links Europe to the rest of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, every day our world is becoming more fragmented. The geopolitical landscape is becoming more complex. Global tensions and regional instability can swiftly disrupt established patterns. Unavoidably, maritime operations are impacted as well. One example would be the adjustments to cruise itineraries in the Middle East, which is a reminder of today's volatile security environment. We're also having to deal with the dark fleets, and we are doing so with both sanctions and a proposal to amend the Vessel Traffic Monitor Information System Directive. Any incident involving these vessels could easily impact safety and therefore the cruise and tourist industries. But I want to assure you that safety and security of passengers and crew is always our number one priority. Today's reality requires us to be vigilant, constantly, requires us to be able to adapt rapidly. And that's exactly what we do. We invest on a robust and coordinated approach to maritime security, at EU level, of course, but also in collaboration with our international partners. Ladies and gentlemen, while safety and security do remain our top priorities, I am equally committed to strengthening the maritime sector's competitiveness. In fact, I consider it to be another top priority for this Commission during this new period. The cruise industry plays a crucial role in Europe's tourism landscape, driving economic growth in coastal regions and highlighting the beauty of our continent. CLIA highlighted the sector's contribution to employment, economic growth, and technological advancement. In fact, the cruise industry is an integral part of European tourism. Not to undermine its contribution to the European economy and the thousands of jobs it creates as a major pillar of the European shipbuilding industry, which is of strategic importance for our Union. Indeed, the cruise ship sector is known for its innovation and a key player in the shipbuilding sector worldwide. But we must acknowledge that the industry, like all the maritime sectors, faces today significant challenges. Now, I understand the delicate balance between driving economic growth and safeguarding environmental sustainability. This dual perspective shapes our approach to support the cruise sector's transition. In my view, this is an advantage. Competitiveness and sustainability must go hand in hand, together with innovation. It is the only path to ensuring the sector's long-term success. CLIA also made the same point in its strategic agenda for the European cruise industry 24-29. The EU's competitive compass, which we presented as a Commission last month, confirms the EU's commitment to economic resilience and leadership. Our future maritime industrial strategy that we are currently preparing will take that ambition to the maritime sector as well. It will address issues such as fleet renewal and retrofitting, financing and investments, innovation, international cooperation and security, and of course, defense aspects. And the cruise sector will certainly have a crucial role to play, especially in relation to modern shipbuilding. As we all know, the cruise sector today is a leader globally. And this makes this cruise sector, the European cruise sector, unique. Let me also say a few words on sustainability. I know the challenges involved in cutting emissions. I know you have concerns. We understand your need for the development and the availability of alternative fuels to support the industry's green transition, because the technical and financial constraints are clear. But I also know that there is goodwill on your side, and there is also genuine will on our side to support the transition. Regulations like the emissions trading system, FuelEU Maritime and the Alternative Fuel Infrastructure Regulation provide today the regulatory framework needed to drive the transition. Of course, this doesn't mean that we should not decrease the burden on the industry. And this is why we are moving, it has already been announced through the Omnibus, to a significant decrease of administrative burden. And I want to assure you that the European Commission is committed to supporting your industry. I am personally committed to supporting your industry, especially knowing that you account for both aspects of my portfolio, both transport and tourism. So we are providing significant funding through the EU Innovation Fund and Horizon Europe's Zero-Emissions Waterborne Transport Partnership. And the future Sustainable Transport Investment Plan that I announced will help de-risk the investment needed to rapidly scale up infrastructure and the production and distribution of clean transport fuels. Public funding alone, you know it very well, will never be enough. So this is why we created the Ship Financing Portal. But besides funding and regulation, we also need collaboration. Cruise lines, national authorities, and port operators must work together to invest in new sustainable fuels and innovative technologies. And speaking of collaboration, the April IMO MEPC meeting will indeed be a pivotal moment in the decarbonization journey to create a truly global playing field for the maritime sector. We must urgently adopt an ambitious package of mid-term measures. So we must all join forces to ensure that the meeting outcomes reflect the urgent need for global action on decarbonization. Because only if we take this globally, we will create a level playing field. And I'm really counting on you, on the cruise industry, with its significant influence, to support our push for an ambitious goal. Also, digitalization will help increase efficiency, reducing the maritime sector's carbon footprint. In addition to improving efficiency, digital technologies can transform the passenger experience. And safety, of course, is another benefit. Interactive onboard navigation and advanced safety systems will elevate the safety standards of the sector. Technological advancements also bring new skill requirements. We recognize this. We understand the issue at hand. So let's act now to ensure that we have the right talents at the right time for the right task. This means we must invest in training, in skilling, reskilling, now. Because now, my dear friends, is the right time. Finally, a few words on ports. You all agree that they are vital hubs for the cruise industry today. And we want to ensure that they are equipped to meet the challenges ahead. We are already working on a European port strategy that we announced 2 months ago. It will address a wide spectrum of issues, from economic and cybersecurity to competitiveness, sustainability, military mobility, to energy transition and resilience. I want the cruise industry to be a key partner in shaping this strategy as well. Therefore, I urge you all to engage with us in dialogue. Share your ideas, your concerns, your vision for a sustainable future. And one more thing. For me, the cruise industry, as I said earlier, is an integral part of tourism. So I will also need you, your experience, your in-depth analysis, your proposals for the new EU tourism strategy that we are preparing. And those who know me know very well that throughout my political path, wherever I served, there is one thing I don't like: taking unilateral decisions. We will work together, discuss together, and decide together what is best for the sector. And I am here today not as a courtesy visit, but to explicitly ask for your support and help for all these 3 major projects that will shape the industry for the future: the Maritime Industrial Plan, the Port Strategy, and the EU Tourism Strategy. In all 3 of these very important plans, you have a seat on the table. Ladies and gentlemen, the European cruise sector is on the brink of significant growth. So let's collaborate to ensure that the industry stays at the forefront of innovation, remains a key driver of our economy, and leads the way to environmental sustainability. This, I'm sure, will guarantee continued growth in passenger numbers and a prosperous future for the sector. My dear friends, in closing my intervention today, I want to reassure you for one more time that I will be in direct and continuous communication with industry leaders. I want to learn more about the industry, just like we did this morning in the meeting we had, a very fruitful meeting, and the concerns that you have as we prepare the necessary policies to ensure that the industry's sustainable growth to the benefit of the European economy and to the benefit of the European citizens. I'm here, and you are here, to make sure that the cruise sector will thrive in the future, keeping Europe at the position that it is today, a global leader. We can make this happen, and we will make this happen together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Commissioner.